right, live. Look at that. Woo! Live. Live everywhere. Live. I'm live. Live everywhere. On two. I'm live. There you go. This is how it works. Okay. Outstanding. Woo! Okay. Happy Thursday. Almost Friday. Welcome to episode 249, the 5th of February, 2026. It's been a day. I'm not going to lie. It's been a day. I definitely am. It was one of those days, you know. Sometimes, some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. If you've ever heard that expression, some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. I, in fact, today was the bug. It was one of those days where I was the bug, and I just the windshield definitely won today. I felt like the windscreen was going at a high rate of speed, and I just gotten smashed by it a couple of times today. Just you know, it's those. It happens. That's an occasional thing where you know we can't all win all the time. So today was not one of those winning days. Today was one of those marginal days where you're just like, okay, all right, well, you know, you just keep push that rock up the hill. Was that Sisyphus? Is that who that is? Is that who that is? The one that always pushed the rock up the hill? You gotta help me out here, somebody. Sisyphus, right? Right? The guy who pushed the rock up the hill for eternity. It's definitely the rock up the hill for eternity feeling today. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, that's what's happening. I'm here pushing the rock up the hill. And, you know, episode 249 of the live stream of Randsanity, February the 5th, 2026, the year of our Lord, 2026, 2026 years, 2026, right. Yeah, 2026, not 2226. That would be weird. That would be a little bit farther. But yeah, so definitely, you know, the bug in the windshield. Today I was, in fact, the windshield, or the bug, I mean. So yeah, just a little bit of a day, to say the least. So we'll move on with things. You know, you live another day. You live to fight another day. That's how it goes, right? So I'm going to start today with something that I laughed at a little bit because I was like, interesting. We've all heard of dad rock, right? You know, everyone says dad rock, dad rock, dad rock, dad rock. So what if there was something that was not dad rock, but it was 4 iconic songs to satisfy your inner cigarette mom, right? A cigarette mom. Dad rock is over. Cigarette mom rock is waiting for you to join her on the back porch for a smoke. And she's blasting Alanis Morissette. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, cigarette mom is on the back porch for a smoke and she's blasting Alanis Morissette. I love that description. I really do. Cigarette mom rock as opposed to dad rock. Dad rock is dead. Cigarette mom rock is in. So move over, dad rock. Cigarette mom has arrived and she's waiting for you to get your coat and meet her on the back porch for a smoke. That is the best description ever. I fucking love that. So this one is for all the Midwest moms with chunky highlights and a voice like sandpaper, talking like they've been on the back porch for too long. For the New Jersey moms, hey now. For the New Jersey mom popping their gum while having a chat at their rusty front gate. And most importantly, this is for when cigarette moms. All right. So first it should be I Should Have Known by Amy Mann. Amy Mann debuted in 1993 with the album Whatever. I have a shirt that says Whatever. And after ending her new wave band Till Tuesday in 1990, she later said that she felt like the weakest link in the band, that her punky vocals didn't quite mesh with their style of 80s new wave pop. Although Whatever wasn't really a commercial success, it introduced Mann's evolved songwriting along with her new interest in guitar-heavy songs. The album opened with I Should Have Known, which featured a strong alt-rock foundation for Mann to build her evocative vocals out of. It's quirky, emotive, and just irreverent enough to appeal to the 90s woman who felt they didn't quite fit in anywhere. Again, move over, Dad Rock. Cigarette Mom has arrived, and she's waiting for you to get your coat on and meet her on the back porch for a smoke. That's what we're talking about. Hey, WXLA, Columbia, South Carolina. What's up, Josh? Josh, what's happening? WQXL. Okay, what kind of format is WQXL, Josh? Tell me, I want to know. I must know what WQXL is. I don't know. I didn't look it up. Sorry. It sounds like QXL would be News Talk. Okay. All right. And what do you do with News Talk? What is your role at News Talk? News Talk. Okay. We're waiting for you, Josh. We're sure you'll get there. I know this thing's slow. There's delays galore. All right, well, I'm going to talk about another Cigarette Mom rock, okay? Cigarette Mom rock. Liz Phair has long been the underdog of the 90s woman, perpetually misunderstood since her debut in 1993. Producer, but we have a bunch of local shows and we run some national. Nice. Producer's good. Producer actually has the ability to keep a job because, DJs were becoming obsolete. Anyway, Liz Phair has long been an underdog for the 90s woman, perpetually misunderstood since her debut 1993 album Exile in Guyville. She was often written off as just another angry woman, another Fiona Apple or Alanis Morissette. See, I love Liz Phair, just so you know. And they're still true, but at the same time, she has always struck me as more on the par with PJ Harvey. Liz Phair's fucking run is to PJ Harvey's Man Size, and so on and so forth. When Fucking Run came out in Exile in Guyville, the response was almost overwhelmingly from men, both critics and casual listeners who misinterpreted the lyrics, particularly the line, it's fucking run, fucking run. Even when I was 17, fucking run, fucking run. Even when I was 12, taken at face value, many claimed the song was pro-sex to the point of deviancy. But in reality, it served as commentary on the lack of commitment, culture loss, and emotion stability, and yes, one-night stands. Again, we are talking about Cigarette Mom. Move over, Dad Rock. The Cigarette Mom has arrived, and she's waiting for you on the get your coat and meet her on the back porch for a smoke. I love that description so much. Next, we've got You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette. Alanis Morissette. She is the original heartbroken it girl, but instead of crying into her pillow about a failed relationship, she went into the middle of nowhere and screamed about it. Yes, the most prevalent rumor might be You Ought to Know is about Dave Coulier of Full House fame. And yes, it still goes hard every time you hear it. Both things can exist. Morissette refuses to confirm any real subjects of her songs to this day, so the Uncle Joey association can rest for now. Still, You Ought to Know is arguably one of Morissette's strongest showings on Jagged Little Pill. It's raw, emotional, and excessively angry. It also just unhinged enough to resonate on a frequency that can only be heard by women who have had their hearts so thoroughly broken they're about to crash and burn and take out the entire tri-state area while they do it. Yes, yes, yes. Because this is, in fact, what? This is Cigarette Mom. Move over, Dad Rock. Cigarette Mom has arrived, and she's waiting for you on the back porch for her to get a smoke. That is the best description. I so love that description. I'm just going to continue to use that description. Lastly, I'm the Only One by Melissa Etheridge. I'm the only one who appears on Melissa Etheridge's 1993 album, Yes, I Am, also featuring the hit Come to My Window. The album earned overwhelming praise from fans, especially in the LGBTQ community. Notably, it was Etheridge's first release after publicly coming out as a lesbian. Meanwhile, I'm the Only One gained acclaim as well for its hard-hitting composition and relatable lyrics. Opening with almost bluesy guitars, the Etheridge sultry voice, I'm the Only One, paints a sensual picture of everlasting passion. The speaker is faced with a straying lover, but she makes it clear that her desire is pure and endless no matter what. And that is Cigarette Mom rock, as opposed to dad rock, which is dead. So move over dad rock, because Cigarette Mom has arrived and she's waiting for you to get your coat and meet her on the back porch for a smoke. That is my favorite description of a musical genre I have ever had. I'm going to highlight that and keep that anytime I feel like a song is a Cigarette Mom rock. I'm going to use that just because. That's just brilliant. I just love that. With every ounce of my being, I love that description. And I will continue to use said description forever and ever and ever. And you should too. You should now adopt Cigarette Mom rock. And you have to talk like this. I need a smoke. I need a smoke. That super gravelly voice. Oh, shit. All right. What happened on this day historically? Oh, man. All right. We're going to go way back. Way back. Way back. All right. We're going to drop back and talk about Bill Haley from Bill Haley and the Comets. Over 5,000 fans greeted Bill Haley when he arrived from New York on the liner Queen Elizabeth at Southampton for his United Kingdom concert tour. He took a fucking boat? What the hell, man? I mean, that's a long-ass trip. Hopefully he had something to do. Haley was the first American rock artist to tour the UK. This was 1957. He was the first artist to tour the UK. Crazy. Bill Haley and his Comets. In 1962, the first day's recording session for Ray Charles' Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music took place at Capitol Studios in New York City. Regarded by many critics as Charles' best studio album, the album's lead single, I Can't Stop Loving You, became a huge hit on country music radio stations, and then record has now shipped over 500,000 copies in the United States alone. Again, Ray Charles country music, I don't get it. I mean, yes, artists absolutely switch genres. You know, look what just happened with, the Grammys and someone who won the Grammys. He wasn't always a country artist. Apparently is now. But that's, I didn't know Ray Charles was a country artist. Interesting, to say the least. Petula Clark in 1966 had her second #1 on the U.S. singles chart with My Love, making her the first British female to have 2 U.S. #1 hits. My Love became #4 in the UK. Now, this one, Mick Jagger, again, between Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, and Paul McCartney, these guys have been busted more times than I can count for illicit drugs. In 1967, the News of the World reported that Mick Jagger had taken LSD at the Moody Blues home in the UK. Jagger sued the paper for libel in an ongoing feud between the News of the World and the Rolling Stones. So did he, in fact, take LSD at the Moody Blues? He sued them, but it doesn't say what the outcome was. So I don't know. In 1967, the Beatles filmed part of the promo clip for Penny Lane around the Royal Theatre, Stratford, London, and walking up and down Angel Lane in London. Together with the video for Strawberry Fields Forever, this was one of the first examples of what later became known as music videos. Again, the Beatles ahead of their time making fucking music videos. What are you going to do, right? David Bowie recorded 4 songs at the BBC Paris Cinema, London, for the John Peel Sunday Concert radio show. This was guitarist Mick Ronson's first appearance with Bowie, who went on to work with Bowie as one of the Spiders from Mars. Mick Ronson. 1971, Black Sabbath started recording what would be their third album, Master of Reality, at the Island Studios in London, England. Released in July of this year, in 1971, it is sometimes noted as the first stoner rock album. Guitarist Tony Iommi decided to down-tune his guitar down 3 semitones. Geezer Butler also down-tuned his bass guitar to match Iommi, and the result was a noticeably darker sound that almost 2 decades later would prove hugely influential on at least 3 of the biggest grunge acts, namely Smashing Pumpkins, Soundgarden, and Nirvana. All got that influence from our friends with Black Sabbath. Outstanding. In 1972, T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex short for, were at the #1 on the UK singles chart with Telegram Sam, the group's third UK #1, which was taken from their album The Slider. The song is also known for bringing the term main man into popular culture. Yo, my main man, what's happening? That's where it came from. So see, everything has an influence somewhere of where it started and where it ended. Ashton, what's up, man? I see you in the house over there, lurking in the background. How you doing, brother? You hanging in there? Good to see. Good to see. In 1972, Paul Simon released his first new song without Art Garfunkel, Mother and Child Reunion, which peaked at #4 in the U.S. Simon got the idea for the song's title from a chicken and egg dish called Mother and Child Reunion, which he saw on a Chinese restaurant's menu. Interesting. I've heard of the hen in a basket, where you put the egg inside a little circle in a toast where you cut that out with a glass, right? That's really good because then it's like, an fried egg inside your toast. But I've never heard of a mother and child reunion egg dish, chicken and egg. Don't know. But that does sound really bad because, it's the mother and child reunion, chicken and egg. Gross. I don't really want that reference. Sorry, just pass. Hard pass. 1983, Def Leppard's album Pyromania started a 92-week run on the U.S. chart. It never reached #1, but sold over 6 million copies in the U.S. alone. Produced by Robert John Mutt Lang, it was the first album to feature guitarist Phil Collins, not Phil Collins, who replaced founding member Pete Willis. The album was a shift away from the band's traditional heavy metal roots toward a more radio-friendly sound, finding massive mainstream success. I remember Pyromania. Pyromania! Now, this is irony, a little thick. American guitarist Tim Kelly from the band Slaughter was involved in a fatal car accident when traveling on Highway 96 in Arizona. Kelly's vehicle was hit head-on when an 18-wheeler crossed the middle line. Kelly released 4 studio albums with Slaughter and 2 live albums. You would say maybe he was even slaughtered. I knew that was going to land hard. Sorry. My bad. Just could not do it. It was just that low-hanging fruit. I was like, God. Sorry. Too easy. In 2003, Courtney Love blamed her bad language for the alleged air rage incident that led to her arrest in London's Heathrow Airport, which I reported on yesterday when she wouldn't let her nurse into the first-class cabin with her. As she left Heathrow's police station, the singer said, "I cussed at a lady my daughter always said I had a potty mouth." When asked what it had been like inside the police station, the singer said, "It was fine. They were wonderful in there. It was like being on Prime Suspect." Oh, Courtney Love. Always a joy, to say the least. Always a joy. She's very nice. She's just got a bit of an attitude. In 2004, Janet Jackson's right boob became the most searched for image in internet history. Of course it did. Jackson's breast was seen by millions on TV after Justin Timberlake pulled the bodice during a duet. Her bodice. Oof. Very 50-cent word right there. Search engine reported a big jump in searches for Janet Jackson and Super Bowl as people turned to the web for images of the event. Hashtag wardrobe malfunction. Right. Yeah, there was a couple boobs on stage that night. Yes, I said it. Speaking of halftime shows and things that didn't go as planned, in 2006, the Rolling Stones played 3 songs during the halftime show of the Super Bowl in Detroit. After the event, the Stones expressed their displeasure of having Mick Jagger's microphone turned down during the song Start Me Up. The line, "You make a dead man come," was cut short, and a barnyard reference to cocks in the new song Rough Justice also disappeared. Well, let's see. If the Janet Jackson thing happened in 2004, 2 years later, the Rolling Stones saying, "Start me up, you make a dead man come," and a reference to cocks, I'm thinking the censors were being a little bit, just a wee bit cautious. Just like they didn't need any more boobs on TV, so they didn't want any cum or cocks either, apparently. Just saying. 2007, before Phil Spector murdered Lana, he received $900,000 after settling an embezzlement claim. Spector said former assistant Michelle Blaine removed $425,000 from his pension and did not repay a $635,000 loan. Miss Blaine claimed the loan was a gift and the pension funds were all film aimed at improvising Spector's image. As part of the settlement, she dropped a counterclaim of sexual harassment. Well, luckily he didn't shoot her. Oh, Phil. Amy Winehouse. She was questioned by police in 2008 with a connection of a video apparently showing her smoking crack. The singer, who was not arrested, was interviewed upon caution after the video was posted online by the Sun newspaper. What is interviewed under caution? I want to know that. Okay, we're watching you. No more crack smoking, or at least don't get videotaped crack smoking. That's what I'm wondering. What exactly does this mean sometimes when they tell you these things? Like, what exactly happened? 2015, In Excess guitarist Tim Ferriss said he may never play the guitar properly again after severing his finger in a boating accident. Man, what's with singers and boating accidents? Drowning, losing fingers, drowning again. Ferriss caught his left hand while operating a winch on his boat in Sydney, severing his ring finger. He had undergone surgery twice to try and reattach the finger, but had left with permanent hand damage. Well, yeah. That's what happens when you have your finger lost. I mean, you have permanent hand damage. You're missing a fucking finger. I mean, of course you can't play the guitar the same. That makes no sense to me. All right, this is awesome. 2016, a new species of black tarantula that lives near Folsom Prison, California, was named after Johnny Cash, the spider in black. Aphonapelma johhnycashi was among 14 new tarantula species from the southern U.S., which are described by geologists in their journal Zoo Keys. Yes, a tarantula named after Johnny Cash. Aphonapelma johhnycashi. That's awesome. Who doesn't want to have a spider named after them? I mean, I don't want to have a spider chase me, but I would have one named after me. I mean, why not, right? That would be cool. In 2023, Beyonce won 4 Grammys, breaking the record for all-time Grammy wins with 32. 32 Grammys, Beyonce. Other winners in the event held at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles included Harry Styles, who won Album of the Year for Harry's House, becoming the first male British solo artist to win since George Michael in 1989. Lizzo won Record of the Year for About Damn Time, becoming the first black woman to win the award since Whitney Houston in 1994. And Bonnie Raitt won Song of the Year for Just Like That, not since Bonnie Raitt won for Song of the Year Just Like That in 2023. There wasn't one for Bonnie Raitt. I just made that up. Okay? I was being a wise ass. That's what I was doing. That's what happened there. Okay? I was unaware that he had died. Toby Keith died in his sleep in Oklahoma at the age of 62 2 years ago. His chart-topping debut, Should Have Be a Cowboy, topped the U.S. country charts with the most played country song in the 1990s. I had no idea. I mean, that's because I don't follow country music, so that would happen. I have seen an animal named SpongeBob. What's up, Squiz Pizmix? Squiz Pizmix? Squiz Pizmix. Squiz Pizmix. Yes, that's me at CD929FM. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I've seen a sea animal named SpongeBob. It's true. I have. He lives in a pineapple under the sea. Yellow and porous, absorbent is he. If nautical nonsense is something you wish, just drop on the ground and flop like a fish. SpongeBob. 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 Yes, that's exactly what it is. It is SpongeBob. All right, let's see. How about, let's talk about some music tracks that have lived longer as memes than they did as music. These are basically hits that were in their prime, but they've outlived themselves, but are instantly recognizable as memes. All right? You know them, you love them, and they've somehow outlived themselves as memes rather than hit songs. Here's 4 tracks that became iconic for reasons that have everything to do with their incredible online staying power and nothing to do with the actual song themselves. The first one is All Star by Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth's 1999 hit, All Star, had a life before Shrek. But since its prominent feature in a 2001 DreamWorks film, it will be forever associated with the iconic opening, timing the line, someday, somebody, with Shrek busting the outhouse door open and making his character introduction with a bold move. But there's no denying that it definitely paid off. In the following years, All Star morphed into a meme that can be instantly recognized by the first syllable alone. You know those videos that perfectly cut the song off at the beginning? So all they get is samba for maximum impact. How about 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton? Vanessa Carlton released her debut single, 1,000 Miles, in 2001, but it gained unshakable meme status in 2004. It had a prominent feature in the movie White Chicks, where Terry Crews, as Latrell Spencer, in all his comedic wisdom, performs a passionate rendition. It starts as the basic white girl song along with Cruz' performance made the scene unforgettable. In the movie, Latrell picks up Marlon Wayans as Marcus, disguised as Tiffany, for a date. In an attempt to dissuade Latrell's affection, Marcus puts 1,000 miles. Unfortunately, this backfires as Latrell reveals his unconventional love for Vanessa Carlton hit. What occurs next is a terrifying for Marcus, as it's forever hilarious for the audience. It is actually funny. I watched it a couple times. I went and Googled it. You have What's Up by 4 Non Blondes. With the expected news that 4 Non Blondes are releasing another album after several decades of absence, it would be a travesty to leave What's Up off the list. Released in 1993 as the band's second single. Ah, crap. Hold on. Not paying attention. See, not paying attention, and the camera goes off. That's what happens. I'm still here, I swear. Anyway, as I said, with the unexpected news that the 4 Non Blondes are releasing another album after several decades, it would be a travesty to leave What's Up off the list. Released in 1993 as the band's second single, What's Up, was moderately successful at the time. But it gained a second win in 2005 when it was used alongside footage from the 1980s He-Man animated series. The video, originally named Fabulous Secret Powers, was created by two animators at Slack Circus Studios. They edited together a rendition of the song with their footage from He-Man and the Master of the Universe. Unfortunately, the original video was subsequently downloaded, shortened, then distributed again. But the image of He-Man belting hey ya, against the sparkly rainbow background will in fact live forever. Now this one, I died laughing at this one, okay? So this one is, I mean, if you're old enough to remember when Rick rolling was a frequent occurrence online, it's time to take your calcium supplements. Rick Ashton's Never Gonna Give You Up is quite possibly the original meme song, or at least it's the genesis of the bait and switch prank. Never Gonna Give You Up. Allegedly, its first usage was in 2006 when YouTuber Eric Helwig prank called his local radio station. Instead of asking them to play a song, he played Never Gonna Give You Up. From there, it became commonplace to live in fear of opening links online, lest you find yourself the victim of a Rickroll. These days, unfortunately, opening unknown links will probably infect your computer with a virus or send you to some illegal dark web shadow realm. Don't open up links. But in early halcyon years, the worst we worried about was getting pranked by a song from 1987. Times have changed so much. You almost forget what it felt like to be hunted for sport by Rick Astley and Rick Rolled. Rick Rolled, I love that. I still like Cigarette Mom the best, though. Cigarette Mom rock. Dad rock is dead. Cigarette Mom is here. She's waiting for you on the back porch to have a smoke. That's awesome. That is it right there. Cigarette Mom rock. Don't forget, like, follow, subscribe, watch, and share. Like, follow, subscribe, watch, share. All of those things. You never said reason to change, and that is rad. It's true. We never censored music on the radio station. And when we did cut out some of the big cuss words during the day, we really didn't want the FCC to fine us because they were quite persnickety about that stuff. Just a wee bit. So yes, we did edit some of the music, just a little bit, Obi, but not all of it. We definitely played pretty much the raw stuff because there was always record label cuts. So we would get those where the bands would sort of self-edit. But no, we definitely, I mean, you know, the Rolling Stones saying to make a dead man come, sure. If they want to talk about a cock as a reference to a rooster, all good, man. We don't need to beep that. Let's not bleep that stuff out. All right, let's see about who was born and died on this day. Born on this day was H.R. Geiger. I was like, why do I know that name? H.R. Geiger is that artist who did all those Alien, like he actually made the art for the movie Alien. So he's the one who did like all the set design for the stuff. But he's also the one that you've ever seen like the Alien stuff that looks like from Alien. He's actually the one who created all that art originally. He would have been 86. He unfortunately died in 2014. So he died like 12 years ago. I was surprised about that one. Let's see. Corey Wall of Three Dog Night. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. 1984. He would have been 84. He died in 15. David Denny, guitarist for Steve Miller, 78 years old. Nigel Tufnell from Spinal Tap. He's 78. He has a fucking birthday. He's a fictional character. I love that so much. Just like Star Trek, they give like the Star Trek people their character a birthday well into the future on the actual birthday of their, portrayed the actor. But yes, so Nigel Tufnell of Spinal Tap is 78 years old today. That's awesome. Nick Laird-Close of Dream Academy. Life in a Northern Town, 69. Tony Schiach of Tesla, 63. Michael Duff McKeegan of Guns N' Roses, bassist, 62. Chris Barron of the Spin Doctors, who will be touring this summer, 57. I can't believe Chris is that old, man. I mean, I've met Chris a few times. Definitely doesn't look that way, but that's great. I'm glad Chris is out touring this summer. Hopefully I'll catch up with him a little bit this summer and say, hey, what's up? Who else? Red Buttons. Comedian Red Buttons would have been 107 today. He was in the Poseidon Adventure. He also had the Red Buttons show. He died in 1973 of all things. Christopher Guest, This Is Spinal Tap. He also made Best in Show. He used to be on Saturday Night Live, too. He was 78 today. Let's see. Tim Meadows of Saturday Night Live, 65 today. Laura Linney of The Truman Show, 62. Chris Parnell from 30 Rock, as well as from, what else was he in? I wrote that down. I can't read my own damn handwriting. Oh, well, 59 today. Whoopsie. Let's see. Who died today? Franklin Clover. He was Tom on the Jeffersons. He died at the age of 77 in 06. Kirk Douglas. Kirk Douglas lived to be 103 years old. Holy shit. He was Spartacus. He died in 2020. And Christopher Plummer. Christopher Plummer. He died in 21. He was 91 years old. He was an actor and all sorts of stuff. Always played good roles. I like Christopher Plummer. Definitely a good movie guy for sure. Okay, well, there you go. That's that. That's the bursts and deaths and the outros. And again, you know, what we talked about today, and the thing is that we talk about Rick rolling, but we also remember to move over, Dad Rock. The cigarette mom has arrived, and she's waiting for you to get your coat and meet her on the back porch for a smoke. Cigarette mom rock. I love this. I love everything about it. Why is it reconnecting? The hell? Why is it reconnecting? Stop reconnecting. Unstable internet. Well, I know it's unstable. It's my internet, so of course it's not stable. There's nothing stable about it. There's nothing stable about any of this. Dude with dog, what's up? I didn't even see you jumped on there, dude with dog. How we doing? I hope things are nice tonight. I was just complaining early on tonight that I had a day. You know, some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. Today, I was, in fact, the bug. And I got my ass smashed right through me. And it kept right on going. So, one of those days, my friend. One of those days. Maria Sofa Delgado. Yeah, so it's just one of those days, you know. You have those days. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. Today, I got to play bug. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You'll have those, though. You'll have those days. Oh, shit. Anyway, yeah, that's it. DJ Manny. Oh my God. DJ Manny. What the hell, man? What are you doing? How are you here? Aren't you armying it? Amazing. I know. DJ Manny. Oh my God. Oh, bow down. What is going on, my friend? Are you back from the war? My God, dude. What the hell? Oh my God, I've missed you, brother. How have you been? Shit. Wow, you guys we have a legend joining us. DJ Manny. Wow. Amazing. That is so cool, brother. Absolutely so cool. Official TikTok of a gold and platinum music producer. That is it right there. So yes, back from the war. That's so amazing. Oh my God. You definitely call me later, all right? Do that. That's outstanding, my friend. Love it. Love it. We'll have to get you on here. So you'll have to, we'll have to have you co-host, since I know you definitely have like the listeners for this. I would love to co-host you. This will be fun as hell. Wow, we will do this for sure. Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to leave on that note. It can't get much better than finding out that DJ Manny's in the house. What's up? That's amazing. All right. So I'm going to move over to this camera and say, thank you. Appreciate you. You know, it's nice to see smiley faces. It's nice to connect with people. It's nice to be, you know, just people come back. It's nice to see the people that come back. Dude with Dog, thanks for coming back again tonight. Obi, thanks to see you, my friend. It's always good. I appreciate it. Truly, I do. And DJ Manny in the motherfucking house. Outstanding red team leader. All right. I'm gonna go lick my wounds and try not to be the whiny bitch that I feel like I want to be tonight. There's days, people. There's days. So, appreciate you. Thank you so much. We will talk soon, like tomorrow, and we'll do this all again, but totally different. Fade to black. And away we go.